Hi, my name is Dr. Ann Zychek. I'm the Deputy Director of the Office of Clinical Research in the Office of the Director, the National Institutes of Health. The purpose of this short video is to make it easier to navigate the NIH website for the following areas related to the Intramural Research Program: researchers, research projects, annual reports from the Intramural Research Program and locating biospecimens, unusual research resources, potential research partnerships, including the Bench-to-Bedside program, and opportunities for collaboration at the clinical center, training opportunities related to the Intramural Research Program, and clinical studies. The National Institutes of Health, the NIH, is a complex medical research facility with lots of people and lots of studies. The NIH Intramural Research Program comprises approximately 1,200 principal investigators who perform basic, translational, and/or clinical research. The purpose of this short video is to make it easier to navigate the NIH website for the following areas related to the Intramural Research Program: researchers, research projects, biospecimens, unusual research resources, potential research partnerships, including the Bench-to-Bedside program and opportunities for collaboration at the clinical center grant programs, training opportunities related to the Intramural Research Program, and clinical studies. We will start with the main NIH webpage, www.nih.gov. So, starting at the NIH main page, we scroll down directly under that, and the areas I'm going to focus on are labs at NIH, training at NIH, and clinical trials. So first we'll go to labs at NIH, which goes to the Intramural Research Program. We scroll down from here, and you see there are 4 topic areas: scientific focus areas, principal investigators, accomplishments, and accelerating science. Clicking on scientific focus area, we see that there are a large listing in alphabetical order of various areas of scientific interest that you may be interested in learning more about. If the area of scientific focus is not listed, you can also query it at the top of the page. I'm now going to back up and go to Principal Investigators. So we click on Principal Investigators, and you can find investigators either by name or by scientific focus areas. So let's try to find somebody by name. Let's pick the first one here, Dr. Abnett. And here we see his name, his contact information, phone number, email address, research topics, biography, selected publications, and at the bottom, other related scientific focus areas, including epidemiology and genetics and genomics, which may be of interest to you as well. Now I'm going to go back to the NIH main page to show you how to locate biospecimens. We go into Research and Training, and over to the left you'll see an acronym called NIDB, which is the NIH Intramural Database. This is where the annual reports, or the Z reports, are located. So in order to locate biospecimens, we go into the NIH Intramural Annual Reports, also called the Z reports. We'll page down to the bottom, and you can see a means to search for biospecimens. Now, the biospecimens are related to specimen type. So we have blood, blood clot, buffy coat. Okay, so let's click on buffy coat. And these are the NIH Intramural investigators who have specimens of buffy coat. You can see the names of the investigators. There's an envelope to the right, and if you click the envelope, it will create an email for you to request from that investigator specimen. Now, let's go back to search the Intramural Research Program to search the annual reports. We click Search and select a report year. We will select 2018, click Continue. Then we select an institute or center to search, and I will search on the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. Click Continue. And then I type in the search term. I've typed in Ebola virus, click Search, and here are the annual reports. I will click the first one by Dr. Clifford Lane, Pathogenesis, Treatment, and Prevention of Emerging Infectious Diseases. And this shows us the report title, the year, the principal investigator, the institute, collaborators from within that institute, other collaborators from NIH, and other extramural collaborators, the summary, and publications at the bottom. If you click on Intramural Research Program Profile, you can find more information about Dr. Clifford Lane by clicking Investigator, clicking on his name, and this will give you information about him, including his position, phone number, email address, selected publications, and so on. Now I would like to talk about locating unusual resources. So we will go into the main page again, Labs at NIH, scroll down, and go into Accomplishments. And the reason I wanted to point this out was that there are several accomplishments at NIH that have been in the press that are of interest. And these use several unusual resources. I would like to mention 4. The metabolic chamber has been used to document caloric utilization from participants in the TV show The Biggest Loser. The biomechanics lab, which was also in the news for the development of an exoskeleton to help children with cerebral palsy walk. The positron emission tomography, or PET research, and ligand development for functional imaging of the brain is another unusual resource. One more is the Undiagnosed Diseases Program, which focuses on puzzling medical cases referred to the NIH Clinical Center for Genetic Sequencing and Deep Phenotyping. Okay, so the next area of focus is training at the NIH. So again, we've gone to the NIH main page, we've scrolled down, we click Training at the NIH, we see training opportunities. We have intramural opportunities, including the summer internship program, clinical research training and medical education, and the Office of Clinical Research training programs, which include, again, these are all live links, Introduction to the Principles and Practices of Clinical Research, Principles of Clinical Pharmacology, Ethics course, Clinical and Translational Research in PhD students, and a mid-career sabbatical in clinical research management. 2 collaborative funding opportunities are also the Opportunities in Collaborative Research at the Clinical Center, the U01 program, and the Bench-to-Bedside program. And again, these are live links, and you can click on those to gather more information. The last area of focus that I wanted to mention was clinical trials. So again, we go back to the NIH main page, scroll down, click on Clinical Trials. We click on Finding a Clinical Trial, scroll down, and we search the NIH clinical research studies. So in order to search the studies, we type in a keyword. So let's type in Zika virus. This tells that there are 5 protocols related to Zika virus. We click on the link, and we see protocols actively recruiting new patients or following patients currently enrolled. Clicking on this 3rd link, we have protocol details, including the protocol number, the recruitment details, and paging down farther, eligibility criteria, and contact information, the principal investigator, the referral contact, and for more information. In summary, I've demonstrated how to locate in the NIH Intramural Research Program research areas, researchers, annual reports from the Intramural Research Program and locating biospecimens, unusual resources, training programs, partnership opportunities, how to locate clinical studies you may be interested in joining, including healthy volunteer studies. Thank you very much for your attention.